So the world has officially gone soft. Alright, so welcome back to the 500 IQ department. Now I'm pretty sure you guys heard about Dean Takashi asking Infinity Ward and Activision very politely, asking them to ban the upcoming Call of Duty Modern Warfare's campaign. And this is something that we all talked about, and it's something that we talk about it, we laugh, we ignore. And I really want to stress this out, that I want to attack these people opinions and not the people themselves, because I'm pretty sure they are coming from a really good place and what they're saying actually makes sense to some extent, but I disagree with them completely. In other words, it doesn't make sense, okay? But we have Ollie Richardson, and what he said is half of the stuff that he's saying here, I really can't read it. We're on YouTube, guys. I really can't read it. Censorship is real. Did you know, like, even Sony, PlayStation themselves censored some missions or some scenes in Devil May Cry 5 for the PS4? Absolutely crazy. The game is rated M. Still censor stuff, okay? We got YouTube censoring pretty much everything. We got journalists asking to censor a lot of the stuff in the video game. And before I dive into the story, I really want to know your opinions. If you agree with what I have to say, and if you agree you want to see like its campaign, I hope you want to, okay? I really don't want this campaign to be watered down. If you don't want to see its campaign be watered down, smash a like. If you want to see this campaign be watered down, I hope not. Smash a dislike, and this will send a clear signal to Activision, and I'm really hoping that this video game doesn't get watered down. I really don't want to see what happened with Battlefield 5, and I'm really concerned, like low-key really concerned about this game. I think this game is gonna be banned in New Zealand, it's gonna be banned in China, it's gonna be banned in Germany. Some countries might ban certain like missions, and a lot of the countries will ask for like skip mission buttons, which is totally fine. I think that Infinity Ward is gonna do that, and they're gonna be adding like different filters and whatnot. They should totally do that to enhance like some people experience. But Ollie Richardson is another guy, and you guys can see there are some likes on the tweet and some retweets, and we basically know that Dean Takashi actually is under a massive fire because of what he said. We already talked about it, pretty sure you guys heard about it, so I don't want to talk about it. But what this guy is saying is really concerning. I'm pretty sure you guys can see what he's saying, and he actually wrote a full-blown article, and I want to actually talk about it, and I want to also give my own opinions and certain arguments that I've been seeing around from you as well. So I want to talk about literally everything in this video, but seriously, the media is gonna take the story and they're gonna run with it, and to some extent it's actually something I guess that we all want, because if you are a Call of Duty fan and if you are someone who likes video games that really do some crazy stuff, you obviously do know that it's depicting real life, but it's not real life. It's just a video game. It's another entertaining media. It's like a film, but you can actually play it. That's what separates today's video games compared to movies and whatnot. You can actually play it and you can live it and you can actually experience it. And this game is basically a video game, okay? So that's like the first argument. And the second argument is basically that this game is seriously trying to show the heroes side of things, the heroes who actually put their lives on a daily basis, so we don't have to see stuff like that, right? So this game is gonna be pretty big on that. I mean, listen to this.
We get dirty, and the world stays clean. That's the mission.
So now that I got that out of the way, it's pretty clear what this game objective is, and I'm all for it. It's nothing but a video game. I really want my video games to be beefier. I want them to be really good, have really crazy storylines, and obviously this type of stuff happens in real life, and that is why it is gonna be in this video game. If this didn't happen, or if this doesn't happen, obviously there's no way that they're gonna be adding this in the video game. And to some extent this is a good thing, because this game is gonna talk about the consequences, and it's gonna talk about all the heroes who put their lives on a daily basis. It's gonna talk about what happens to people who wanna do bad stuff in real life. So obviously this is gonna prevent it, but obviously that's just like me being super positive here. But I'm pretty sure some people will definitely like assume and take this in a wrong direction and will be like, yeah, what we do in the video game is actually cool, let's do it in real life. So there are gonna be multiple different arguments like that will be thrown around. But here's the thing, the gamers who will play this game will not do that stuff in real life. They will just play it and they will understand the message that yes, this is bad to do in real life, but the people who are like mentally ill, who want to do stuff like that, they will have another medium. They will have like another thing to blame. Hey, I saw this in the video game, thought that was cool, so I figure I'll do it in real life. They will say that, the media is gonna blast it, and there goes everything. And that's the problem. That's the problem. And what this guy said is something that is very intriguing, and to a certain extent, I actually agree with it. Obviously, I'm gonna stick with my whole argument with my own point of view. Like, how crazy is that? Like, this is a video game, it got a M rating, and obviously it is trying to like show us what happens in the real life. It's not trying to tell us that yes, go do that. It's just trying to tell us that this happens in the real life, okay? And we're talking about movies. John Wick 3, for example. I'm just gonna take this for example. I'm not even gonna talk about movies that are based off of the army and military and stuff like that. I'm not even gonna talk about that. Let's talk about John Wick 3. I mean, if John Wick 3 was censored, would you really go and watch that movie? Would I go watch that movie? Absolutely not. Like, it wouldn't make sense because John Wick 3 is not really crazy good on the quotes or the dialogues. It's just super good on the style and the action and the scenes that we see in the movie. So should we censor that? It is absolutely crazy. And I actually want to just read a little bit of the article. Obviously, I'm not going to read the whole article, but he says a lot of stuff that I really cannot say on YouTube. But the main thing that he is talking about in this article is that this new Call of Duty video game, is it propaganda? That's what he is asking, and he goes in with his opinion. And here he talks about what happens in the video game in the missions that basically someone else saw. So he hasn't seen the game, but here he say, and I quote, "We know all of this thanks to a gaming blog that was invited by the developer Activision." It is Infinity Ward. The publisher is Activision. To check out what will be used over the next 12 months of the capitalistic, consumeristic cycle to turn the youth into ultra-liberal zombies. Here is the full description of the scene. It's important to read the full thing. Obviously, here he is going to be describing the missions and all that, like what he saw. And I'm pretty sure you guys have heard about it, so not going to read it. But if you want to, you can definitely look up and you're going to find it. But here's what he say. And just keep in mind that a lot of it is something that I won't be able to read because of YouTube, because we're on YouTube. But it is something that I agree with to some extent. To some extent, I agree with, because what he's saying is something that I've been hearing a lot. Like, I've been watching some documentaries, and it actually makes sense, is what I'm trying to say. Basically, in other words, in my words, it looks like that what he's trying to say is that they are trying to make it so it makes the US look good, but basically everyone outside of the US look bad. Basically, everyone in Russia, bad people. Everyone in Middle East, bad people. This is what I'm getting from his article, and I believe I watched a video. It was a very like interesting video. Obviously, we do not know if it's facts or not. I believe it, but that doesn't mean you have to believe it. I'm probably gonna show the thumbnail. I won't be able to link it below. I will show the title, and it is coming from a channel that has really quality videos, okay? So whenever you have time, check that video out. It will get you woke, and that was something that I really like. So this guy is trying to talk about that, and if I hadn't seen that video, I'm pretty sure that I would be like, okay, this guy is just trying to talk nonsense. And maybe to some extent he is, but nonsense or not, the media is really gonna take the story. They're gonna blow it. They're gonna come out with different points. They're gonna come out with stronger points that people, it doesn't matter if people agree with it or not. They're gonna come out with points, try to make sure that this video game doesn't come out. And it's kind of scary actually, because obviously what we've seen happen with Battlefield 5, I do not want to see this game be watered down, okay? Obviously, what Dean Takashi said was something that was very lighthearted. It was like a simple, it was a light note, and it was just something like we all read. We were all like, okay, so this guy claims to be a fan, but he isn't really a fan. This is just another dude who is kind of scared, who is just like a, you know, a puss, and just doesn't want to see anything like in video game that's semi-realistic, or he just doesn't want anything to be in a video game that depicts real life or something like that. That's what it kind of felt. And I mean, I respect his opinion. I disagree with him completely, but what Ollie Richardson is saying, it just goes crazy. And I'm pretty sure everyone around the world will have different opinion. Like, you are watching this video, you're gonna have your own point of view. I respect it, I totally do. But like this video if you want to see the campaign and you don't want its campaign to be watered down. Dislike the video if you want to see its campaign be watered down. I hope you don't do that. I hope you want to see its campaign in its raw form. But let me know your thoughts below. Like and subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one.